Nearly 3 months ago, in the beginning of September, about a week or so before the Black Ops 6 beta was due for release, I predicted that the COD player base would be up in arms, citing Black Ops 6 as the COD game with the most atrocious SBMM in the franchise's history. Sure enough, not to my surprise at all, the player base can't seem to stop talking about it, calling it the worst of all time in the entire franchise. I was correct. I predicted the future with incredible accuracy, using my super ultra magical mystical wizard powers. Or maybe I just used my brain and have played this game for more than 8 years and saw the patterns in this franchise over the years and was able to easily predict what the game was going to do, since it's been consistently doing the same thing over and over again for a decade. Some of the biggest issues surrounding Black Ops 6 right now are the desync, netcode, busted weapons, terrible maps with broken spawns, and of course, SBMM. All the same things I heard and complained about myself when I first played Black Ops 4. All the same things I heard and complained about myself when I first played Modern Warfare 2 2022. All the same things I heard the community complain about when Modern Warfare 3 2023 was released. This game is too sweaty, but it's also too casual. But it's also not casual enough, but it's also not sweaty enough. In reality, the COD community never seems to know what the fuck they want. And in this video, that's what we're going to be covering. Why COD fans never seem to be satisfied or happy with this franchise, and why COD isn't the problem, but rather you are the problem. So, just to start off, I want to say that I absolutely despise all of these issues as well, and I myself have complained at lengths about them for years on end, but that is the highlight. Years on end. Years pass and the game does not change. The problems are still the same. At that point, as a consumer of the game who voluntarily buys into the game, despite not knowing these problems being consistently happening year in and year out, you are either too stupid or addicted to the game to realize the patterns of the game. So the problem lies on you, since Activision and the developers have shown time and time again that they are not willing to fix the problems with the game that have been a part of the game for over a decade now. Like I said in my video about SBMM, I still have not bought Black Ops 6. I'm still not going to buy it, just like I did not buy Modern Warfare 3 2023 last year, and still have not bought it yet. I am saying this as an outsider of the game who has never played Black Ops 6. I haven't even played the beta. I played the Modern Warfare 3 beta, but not the Black Ops 6 beta. And I want to say that the problems you are experiencing have been in literally every Call of Duty game ever. Call of Duty hasn't changed one bit. I remember complaining about SBMM all the way back in COD World War II, and I remember really whining about it in Black Ops 4. People have been complaining about it all the way since fucking Black Ops 2.
Hello, boys and girls out there in YouTube land. I've got a question to ask you guys. Why the fuck does every lobby I get in look like this? And, man, every lobby I've been getting in on Blob's Deuce is just... It's rough, yo. It's rough. It's to say the very least. You guys were following me last night on Twitter, man, and that shit was brutal. I kept getting into all these like uber competitive MLG pub lobbies, man. And I was just saying to myself, yo, you don't have to tell me. Vandahar doesn't even have to confirm to me that there's skill-based matchmaking in this game, because I already know there is.
And I know many people are going to say, but it's actually EOMM that is the problem. And to that I say, yes, you are absolutely correct. But that has also been a problem since MW 2019, which released 5 fucking years ago. And while people think it's changed since that point of time, it really hasn't. The system has largely been the same. You'd think people would be fed up by now, but they keep feeding Activision their $70 each year. Anyways, other things that haven't changed in Call of Duty is aim assist strength, with exclusive Ace proving in his tests that aim assist strength has been the same across nearly all of the COD games. Spawns really have not changed. COD has always had super bullshit spawns. You know, that's kind of the nature of a game where you just respawn randomly. The game has always been dominated by some sort of singular AR/singular SMG meta. I mean, you look at COD 4, it was the M16 and the AK-74U. Look at Modern Warfare 2 2009, you got the ACR, you got the UMP-45. Advanced Warfare was the Bell 27 and the ASM-1. You got Black Ops 3, that was the M8A7 and the fucking VMP. It happens in every single Call of Duty game. The netcode has been consistently poor, with multiple CODs having numerous reports of poor netcode, even as far back as games like Black Ops 2.
For years, and yet it's something the developers have refused to fix, which is very puzzling to me. Because this is an issue that has hurt them significantly. This is the top complaint among Call of Duty fans. It was a huge controversy in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. It's been a huge controversy in Advanced Warfare, and yet this broken netcode that is completely on their end and within their power to fix remains unattended for 5 years running.
COD has always had a notorious cheating problem, especially back in older games from Black Ops 2, with people being able to fly around, get fucking God mode, aimbot everyone in the server immediately, and make attack dogs fuck each other? People have also said that COD keeps purposefully lowering its skill gap more and more each year, but COD's skill gap has consistently been low throughout its whole lifespan. That's a staple of this franchise and why it's so damn popular. Remember death streaks in Modern Warfare 2 2009, which literally gave you participation trophy points for dying? COD's setting hasn't changed for 4 years, and with setting I mean like the actual time period and what is going on. But every game up until Black Ops 2 was basically just considered COD 4 and MW2 reskin. World at War was a COD 4 reskin in World War II. Black Ops 1 was considered to be a MW2 2009 reskin in the Cold War, and MW3 2011 was just a full-blown reskin of Modern Warfare 2 2009. There wasn't even a setting change there. It's almost like that sounds familiar to exactly what is going on with Call of Duty in the year 2024, right? It's almost like the shit is still happening today, and people aren't even realizing that it's been happening throughout the fucking entirety of this franchise, even in the quote-unquote golden ages. These issues have been a problem with COD so strongly and consistently that at this point, they really can't even be called issues, so much as they are almost a part of the game's identity. You associate COD with SBMM, you associate it with the bullshit spawns. You associate it with the broken meta weapons. You associate it with it being the same game every fucking year, etc., etc. People's breaking point and grievances with the newer COD games can't be these things they're saying, because these issues are ingrained into COD's identity all the way back to even the first fucking Call of Duty game.
I fear the COD franchise will go the Tony Hawk route. Too often, too many. NeoGAF user Busty makes a surprisingly accurate prediction. Activision seems intent on milking/running into the ground the Call of Duty franchise. No doubt the Call of Duty game they have planned for next year will be the modern-day COD from Infinity Ward. Then, wait another 9 or 12 months, and we'll get another World War II set Call of Duty game from Treyarch. Great, Activision. Just great.
No, the real reason why Call of Duty fans are never happy with the game is because they are burnt out on the game. Wow, shocker, isn't it? Especially with the hope and promise of new changes coming with the game each year, only to be met with the same fate over and over and over again. Now, picture this. I want you to think back to the first time you played MW2 2009, or Black Ops 2, or whatever your favorite COD game was. How old were you? 10? 11? 12? Well, myself, I was 9 years old when I got my copy of Black Ops 2 for my Xbox 360. It was a game unlike any other I had played. The only games I was ever able to play at the time were games like Minecraft and Lego games on my Wii. So getting the brand new violent Call of Duty game was seen as a rite of passage for me, especially as a 9-year-old. It was like the cool game when everyone was a kid, right? Many people's first memories of online gaming and voice chat were also on Call of Duty. It was an exciting time for us all, playing these games for the first time in our developing brains. But, like a real-life relationship, the initial excitement fades, and as you spend more time with them and get more comfortable with them, then you begin to see the person for what they really are. Call of Duty is literally the gaming embodiment of a human relationship. It's a game we all first played and loved to death, became infatuated with it, but then we got used to it. And then we started noticing all the negative traits we ignored at first because we had like a honeymoon phase or whatever. You know, that one thing they used to do that you thought was cool now gets on your nerves and now annoys you to no end. And the longer you stay, the worse it gets, especially because there's no growth in the relationship. normal human couples, if they manage to work stuff out, they grow past their issues because they talk it out and work past their problems. They communicate. But Call of Duty never changes. Call of Duty never communicates. And there's a great quote that is a very famous Steam review on Call of Duty, but it goes like this. Call of Duty is like an abusive ex that swears they've changed, but hasn't changed one bit. Putting up with these issues over and over again for decades puts a toll on you, especially when the developers promise that they'll fix them. We all see the new Call of Duty trailer with all the hype surrounding it and think with hope, this will be the year. They'll finally get SBMM right this time. The maps will be awesome this time. It's Black Ops this year, so it has to be good. Everybody on my friends list will be playing it again, and everyone will be talking about it again, just like when I was a kid. But it never happens. The COD cycle is real. And maybe, referring back to earlier when I used the word stupid or addicted to players who keep giving this stupid fucking franchise a chance, maybe a better word is hopeful, because that's what it is. People think it's going to change, especially when COD itself promises and almost looks like it's going to change, but it never does. And people just bring up the same issues they've always talked about. With other games, people bring up these issues, but because they're a singular game, then people just get bored and leave when the issues go unaddressed. Whereas with COD, they have flashy marketing each year, promising a brand new game, getting all of our hopes up, only for them to be crushed once the game actually comes out and none of the promises are fulfilled. It's the definition of an overpromise, but happening every single year over and over again. So I ask you, if you are a devout Call of Duty fan who is unhappy with the state of the franchise right now, please understand that it will never change. You gotta treat Call of Duty like a real life relationship. You have communicated with this person, you have begged them to change, you have given them so many chances to change, but they never do. And it feels wrong just to leave, especially because you care so much about that person. But it's the best thing to do sometimes, especially if they are a lost cause and they're not improving, they're not listening. You got to treat Call of Duty the same way. Don't treat yourself with the same disrespect this franchise has for its own consumers. If you're sick of Call of Duty, just give it up. If you're burnt out, just step away. It's never going to get better. Call of Duty is, and always will be, the same for the rest of time. Stop wasting time with this franchise, hoping it's going to be different, because it won't. Well, that's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like it, subscribe, share it around, comment on it, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.